The Dodgers beat the Mets 10-5 in Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. They win the National League pennant, and they will play for baseball's World Championship. Are you kidding me? What a performance and what a team. Um, again, this was another team win. Bullpen game, getting contributions from everybody in the lineup. Tommy Edman, congratulations to you, my friend. MVP of the National League Championship Series. Well deserved. Had a big base hit in the bottom of the first inning after the Dodgers were trailing 1-0. Golfed out a changeup that was Sean Manaea's unhittable pitch going into this series. And was able to golf it out, hit a line drive down the left field line to score Otani and um, Teoscar Hernandez to make it 2-1, and the Dodgers just kept rolling from there. He hit 407 this series. Incredible. Had 11 hits and 11 RBIs and had an OPS of over 1,000. Incredible. Again, it's all up and down the line with this Dodger team. Yeah, the players have to play great and the manager has to manage, but you also need great front office people. And Andrew Friedman and Brandon Gomez get a huge round of applause and congratulations as well, because Andrew Friedman said that outside of Shohei Ohtani, the number 2 player that he wanted was Tommy Edman. Couldn't get him in the offseason, traded for him at the trade deadline. This was a guy who hadn't even played a single game yet this season because he was hurt. And a lot of people, I remember, because I was one of those people too, when they traded for Tommy Edman, it was like, he hasn't played all season. Like, what exactly are we trading him for? What's his role going to be on this team? Figured it out right away. He can play multiple positions, a lot like other Dodger players on this team. He can play great center field and he can play great shortstop. And because of the injury to Miguel Rojas and to the injury of Freddie Freeman and other players, you got to shuffle some things around. And Tommy Edman has found his place, at least for now, in the shortstop position, and he is your NLCS MVP. Congratulations to him. Um, that's the first time the Dodgers clinched a National League pennant at home since 1988 when they defeat the Mets. They defeated the Mets in 7 games. Earl Hershiser threw a complete game shutout to win. Um, it's been a good couple weeks as a Dodger fan. I've seen 3 of the 4 celebrations that you need in order to win in October. I saw the Dodgers win the NL West championship against the San Diego Padres on the last day of the regular season. I saw the Dodgers beat the Padres in the division series. And now I got to see the Dodgers win the pennant against the New York Mets at home, and it's incredible. This is a special team, man. And I'm not going to lie to you. It about a week and a half ago, it really did look like, and there was even points throughout this season that it didn't look like it was going to happen. At the beginning of the season, we all know how much money they put into this team, and rightfully so. But that's not the team that's here. Tyler Glasnow is not a part of this team. Clayton Kershaw is not a part of this rotation. There's a bunch of guys that are banged up. Gavin Stone. So they've had to rely on Yamamoto, Walker Buehler, Jack Flaherty, who they traded for at the deadline, and all their bullpen guys. And so far to this point, it's worked. And now they have a spot in the World Series because of it. Hasn't really sunk in yet. It really hasn't. I know I'm wearing the hat and I'm gonna be there at least for the first 2 games Friday, Saturday, but it hasn't hit yet that this team is going to the World Series. It really hasn't. Because the main thing going into this postseason that every Dodger fan, including myself, had concerns with was Where's their pitching? Do they have enough pitching, and where is it going to come from? So far, the answer's been yes. Each Yamamoto, Bueller, and Flaherty have all had terrific performances at some point this postseason, and their bullpen has basically been nails this whole time. So, um, congratulations to this team, man. Well deserved. Um, I knew when Tommy Edman hit the home run to make it 4-1 at the time, that's when I was like, I think this is going to be a good night. I really do. And he basically locked up his MVP too. It's been a fun ride. Obviously, we're not done yet. You have to get 4 more wins, but it's been 4 years since the Dodgers have made it this far to the World Series. And it's been since 2018, since Dodger Stadium has hosted a World Series game. It's been a little bit. Obviously, in 2020 when they won, COVID, the games were in Arlington, Texas, and in the bubble. So Dodger fans did not have the opportunity to really enjoy that 2020 team. We're enjoying this team. Listen, the job's not done yet. There's 4 more wins to get, but for right now, which I like that the World Series doesn't start till Friday, gives us a chance to just kind of take a deep breath and look at the bigger lens for a quick second here, because this is a good team. Not a good team. This is a great team. Um, week and a half ago, it didn't look like it. You know, it looks week and a half ago, I was panicking and thinking that this team's going to lose to um, San Diego again, and we're going to have to go back to the drawing board of what the hell happened this time. But the odds, I mean, it's crazy to say this, and I know this Dodger team by any stretch of the imagination, with the money that they invest in the club, the players that they put on the field every day, they're not an underdog story. They're not an underdog type of team. But this team has really taken the underdog role. You know, you've heard it from guys like Max Muncy, Teoscar Hernandez. They hear the noise, they hear the chatter, they hear that this team is just going to choke again like every other season. And I think you have some guys in that room that have been there last couple seasons on some bad ends. They want to prove everybody wrong this time. And so far, they've done that. Um, again, hasn't hit that we're in the World Series yet. Fantastic night at Dodger Stadium. Dodger Stadium has been good this entire postseason. They've been loud, they've been electric, they've been ready to go for first pitch before that. Um, and now we get the New York Yankees. Last time these two teams met, of course, we know 1981 when the Dodgers beat the Yankees in 6 to win their 6th World Championship at the time. Um, this is what baseball needs, you know. This is what baseball's been wanting for years, ever since really 1981. There's been a couple times that they have come close, but it was either the Dodgers that made it to the World Series and the Yankees didn't make it, or it was just the Dodgers and the Yankees just couldn't get out of the first or second round. Um, I can't even imagine what the ratings and obviously tickets are going to be expensive, but um, this World Series is going to be one for the ages. I can tell you that right now. Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, two of the biggest stars in the game for their respective teams and really respective countries. Incredible, but we'll do a preview video on that a little bit later. Um, everybody had a contribution. Bullpen game again was a little shaky today. Um, Michael Kopech was a little bit amped up in that first inning. You know, throwing balls to the backstop and almost hitting Mark Vientos. That was not fun. But the guys were able to settle down, and the offense has really, really picked up the slack on this team. In previous postseasons, it's been, hey, the bullpen's done their job. It's the offense that couldn't come through, and we were losing games 4-2, 5-1, 5-2, stuff like that. But right now, you're seeing a great bullpen and a great offense clicking at the same time, and that's why we're in the World Series and 4 wins away from the ultimate goal and the ultimate dream. Mets had a great season. They deserved to be here. They were definitely a worthy opponent. They will be back. They will be back. There's a lot of good signs from this team that they haven't figured out. Mark Vientos was fantastic this season and in the postseason. They might have found their third baseman of the future. Francisco Alvarez is going to be a great player at catcher. And obviously, we know Francisco Lindor is an MVP candidate every season. And they have the right owner in Steve Cohen. So he's going to empty the bank this offseason. Juan Soto, maybe, but this Mets team will be back. And it was a fun ride. But this Dodger team was just too good. They were too hot to lose to this team. They're a pain in the ass, man. This Dodger team can beat you in so many ways. They can beat you with their bullpen, they can beat you with their offense, and they can beat you with their starting pitching, which is why I like the matchup against the Yankees in the World Series. But again, we'll get to that in a couple days. For right now, for the next couple days, enjoy it. Really enjoy it. These next couple days, you really have a chance to soak it in and reflect on, man, like, because there were moments throughout the season where it didn't look like it was going to happen. Too many injuries, too many guys inconsistent. It's like, why this is a World Series team, but it's come together very quickly and they deserve to be here. But happy for everybody. Shohei Ohtani, it only took him 1 year. It took him to leave Anaheim for the very next year for him to get to the World Series. Crazy, huh? How that works. But this is awesome. This is fun. This makes up. Now, obviously, they have to finish the deal, and it's not done. But this definitely makes up for the previous postseason endings, especially the last 2 years. This makes up for it. But again, you gotta get these last 4 wins, and I really think this team is hungry and determined to finish the job. I really believe that. This is what the Dodgers do, and it's happening all at once. They're clicking all at the same time. Again, they hit home runs. They put the ball in play. They've gotten spurts from everybody this series. Look at Andy Pages. He had a 2 home run game in Game 5. They're getting contributions literally from everybody, and that's lethal. But congratulations once again, National League champs. Incredible. This team back in the World Series where they belong. And now you got a historic matchup as a part of it. Hasn't hit yet. Dodgers are going to the World Series. Incredible. Unbelievable. If you can go, go. I know tickets are crazy expensive, but everybody's going to be watching this. This is one of those series where you don't have to be a baseball fan or be a sports fan to watch this series and know what these two teams are about. And I can't wait to get it started. But for right now, enjoy the National League pennant. Enjoy these next couple days off. Thank God there's not a Game 7 tomorrow. I wouldn't mind working it, obviously, but again, you had to win tonight because crazy things can happen in a winner-take-all Game 7. We've seen it multiple times. And this Mets team that was full of gimmicks with Grimace, the playoff pumpkin, the OMG song, everything. The last thing, if you're a Dodger fan, that you needed was the Mets to win today, and all bets are off in a Game 7. And the Dodgers did what championship teams do. They handle business, they bury their opponents, and they take all that belief away. NL champs, World Series bound, 4 more to go. And I can't wait. Talk to you again Thursday. Adios.